what do you do, practically speaking, when you're starting out? There are things you want to do, but you don't have finances for it. You don't have the money to fund what you have envisaged, what the Lord has laid, what you believe the Lord has laid on your hearts to do, the things that you know that if this happens, this ministry will move from point A to point B. This is the assignment, but there's no cash on ground. How should a minister respond to that situation?
Now, I remember when I came to RCN to submit a song, and then I was given the mandate to open an apostolic center. And Apostle had to ask me to shut down what I was doing because he saw my naivety. I was not experienced in what I was doing, but I wanted to do ministry. I was excited to do ministry in my naivety. He insisted that for 1 year I would shut down. I remember he gave that instruction to myself and my brother Edu, and then Edu came to the house, but I was still doing ministry. I was in a primary school. I was always calling him to send funds. Yes, because I felt, the church setting. Yes, the church setting, the mainstream church setting is if you send somebody to go and the same headquarters will supply. But then he felt I wasn't serious because I was not ready to yield instruction, and then I felt it was finance that was my major
capital.
Until I think in one of the meetings, whether the young ministers conference, I think you were there. Yes, he rebuked me openly. And that was the high point of it. So I went back, I shut down for 1 year. I discovered that the resources I needed was my horn of authority. Because from there, certain things started breaking out. People could now tell me that they had and that was only MixLR that we were using to stream. People could tell me from nations that they had our clip. Wow. So where have these guys been? Some of them will send. And over a space of, I think 5 years, we have been able to launch 6 apostolic centers.
Glory to God.
Yes, and I can tell you that these are massive projects.
Glory to
very massive projects. Where did the resources come from? The Lord sent those resources because the people that were sent were matured.
So one of the major capitals to start ministry with is not money.
It's not money. It's not money.
That's powerful.
It's not money.
That's powerful. Your maturity is more important.
It's more important
than the finances. And your maturity is going to pull the finances.
People can come now. I want to. A few days ago, I remember somebody called me because a few of my clients began to go around, and then some people started calling. I was careful because I was attacking certain things. Okay. So some of them began to attack me. Then others began to call that they wanted to send money to my domiciliary account, and I don't have a domiciliary account. So I told some people, take your money and go. Some people insisted, even though it's a crypto wallet. People kept on insisting that they must send money to me, and I kept on reminding. A few years ago, where were these people? There were days that we were sitting on local seats in primary school, in a government primary school. Our rent for the year was 10,000, but we couldn't pay. Finance is not a major resource. I want to use the word a major resource in ministry. It's not a company we are running. We are running ministry. The first thing that is needed is for you to get clarity about your calling. Be sure that you are called, and like I've said, now that you are sure that you are called. So if the Lord calls you, He will supply all the resources for heaven's sake. You are not doing your job, you are doing God's job. You are just a vessel, and the Lord supplies all the resources to do His job. But if you are naive in your calling, the Lord will wait until you mature, because you even though you are here, you are still a child. So He will need to put you under counselors and guardians so that you will mature. And when you mature, the riches of His glory are yours. Yes, the things that are in heavenly places are yours. But the Lord do not, just like you will not hand over a car key to a child. There are certain resources that the Lord will not hand over to you until you mature. So when you start a work, let finance is not a major resource. I say it again, it's not a major resource. Understand your call, be discipled, and then when you are matured in your call, the Lord will supply all that you need. He said the cattle on 1,000 hills are His. He knows how to bring those supplies.